What's going on, everybody? Welcome back if you're here before. I'm NeonMushroom. Today we're playing the sickest brew ever. Let me credit it real quick so I don't forget to. This is from Salado. Sorry if I butchered your name, I probably did. And they call it Tireless Tide. This is a deck I want to tinker with, but I'm playing Salado's exact 75 first just to get a feel for it. And what are we doing? Tireless Tide. I'm going to call it Phantatoginator because it's a lot of syllables and I love syllables, but how does their deck work? It's a blue-white deck. And the backbone of the deck is actually Tireless Tribe, along with the card we haven't seen on this channel yet. It's Phantatog. We love Psychotog on this channel. What if it was blue-white? Well, it says discard a card, +1/+1, normal Tog things. But instead of exiling 2 from the graveyard, you can sacrifice an enchantment to give it +1/+1. This has a synergy with Parallax Tide, and it curves into Parallax Tide. So you can go turn 3 Phantatog, turn 4 like Tide, exile all your lands with the triggers on this deck, sack it to Phantatog, it gets bigger, and then attack. But that's not where the Phantatog goodness stops. There's also a discard theme. We got cards with flashback like Battle Screech. We've got other cards with flashback like Deep Analysis. And I think we've got, Ray of Revelation. But we've also got cards with madness like Circular Logic. And because of all this, we've got cards like Quiet Speculation to help fuel the graveyard. And that's where Tireless Tribe comes in. It also lets us discard cards. But because of the Battle Screeches, we want to go wide. So we're playing a little mini package of Ramosian Sergeant, who can go search your library for a Rebel CMC 2 or less and put it into play. We've got Whipquarters and other Ramosian Sergeants. So we can kind of go wide if our opponent's not doing anything, and then use all these creatures to flashback Battle Screeches. There's no anthems. That's something I could see entertaining. I could also see entertaining a 4th Parallax Tide. And in the sideboard, there are no Parallax Waves. I'd actually like to see at least 2. Also, it's called Tribe from Tribe Discord. Let me see here. Tireless, Salado's call it Tireless Tide. I got it from his photo, but Tide Tribe is good enough for me too. This is a tribe deck with Tide, no splash colors, in Phantatog. Sideboard's got some obvious selections: Silver Knight, Seal of Cleansing, Prismatic Strands, another flashback card, some green cards that flashback as well for the grindier matchups. Phyrexian Furnace. I'd like to see another Furnace if I'm being honest. Hibernation, Chain of Vapor. This is cool. I've never played this deck a day in my life. It looks really cool, so I'm gonna get into it. Romario Vidal, thank you for tuning in, buddy. Glad you're watching some Premodern. When is the next episode of Call of the Herd coming out? Romario Vidal. And is it Romario? Am I pronouncing that right? I sometimes I talk about your channel and I think I might be ruining your name phonetically. Let me know if I am. All right, we're gonna get into some games. Nothing's up right now, so we'll just create a fucking room. Call it what you want. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Phantatoginator because big syllables. Oh man, me and Curran had to figure that out. Our schedules. That's fair enough. That's totally fair. Getting another human being in the studio to like record a paper stream is the same thing. Nightmare scheduling wise. Turns out when all of your peers are fully functioning adults with lives, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get schedules to line up. All right, we found an opponent for real this time. We almost played this guy and we queued the wrong deck from either tomorrow's stream or yesterday's stream. But this time we've got the right one, and we've got a hand with Tireless Tribe, Ray of Revelation, Circular. I kind of just like Tireless Tribe, Circular Logic. I can see this going south, but like we can cast our Whipcorder. We're super soft to Wasteland. Ray of Revelation can be quite good because our opponent, if they have like Sylvan Library, if they have Oath of Druids. This is me vamping just to say I'm going to keep. I could see it going south, but this is my first game ever with this deck. Let's try it. Mox4 just uploaded a fun Chronotog deck on YouTube. I'm gonna have to check that out. Treetop Village. All right, turn 1 Treetop Village means that our Ray of Revelation is likely pretty good. Looks like they're just passing. I've got the Phantatog, so I'd like my draws to be land, Parallax Tide. Good start. All right, Adarkar Wastes, tap it for a white. Here is my Tireless Tribe. You may go. Cool little sequence I can do here on my next turn or the turn after is if my opponent plays an unbeatable threat, we can pitch Ray of Revelation, a Tireless Tribe to get our graveyard set up for Circular Logic. And we still have the Ray of Revelation on a discount because it's got flashback. So this is obviously like a high synergy line. This is one of the reasons people don't like Circular Logic. And this is one of the reasons Circular Logic, I think, isn't the best in straight up Dr. Teeth, where you're using it to protect the Psychotog. Is that like Circular Logic in the early game is like, you have to set it up. Simply being able to cast it doesn't mean anything. Treetop Village into Yavimaya Coast means like one of potentially 58 things. We're gonna play City of Brass. Let's go to combat. We could notably play Whipcorder here. I think we might want to. Attack for 1. Why wouldn't we play Whipcorder? You know, I didn't put 2/2s for 2 in my deck to hold up mana on turn 2, right? That's my thinking. White, take the pain. Do you have Mana Leak? Cast Whipcorder. I like it because as a Legacy player and Premodern player, that deck would be the cheapest for me to buy in paper. That's fair. Me right now, like most recently, the deck I've enjoyed playing the most was the, and maybe this dates me, but the frog deck, just straight up blue-black frog tempo deck with Kaidos, Murktide, stuff like that. But that deck hasn't been like super good in a minute. Not that frog's not good. You still see it in like Goryo's Vengeance and stuff. But me personally, I'm just a Premodern fiend. and I also play a bit of Value Vintage. But I might hop back into Modern eventually, depending. I really got to get myself in the right headspace, because like pre-Modern, I always feel like I've got agency, even if I'm not always making the best plays, and even if games tend to be sometimes lopsided depending on the matchup. I always feel like I've got like something at least resembling agency. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes in Modern, that feels like you get rug pulled a little bit. And I am fully aware that this could just be a me problem. That could totally be a thing. All right, our opponent's got Treetop, Yavimaya, Snow-Covered Island. Play Oko, I dare you. It's Whipcorder, pretty good. Preach, Brother Shroom. Yeah, it's... I know I'm not the only person in that boat, because Modern, historically one of my favorite formats of all time. To be honest, I also love some Standard, but is Standard good right now, you guys? I don't know. I've been so obsessed with pre-Modern. All right, Deep Analysis is a great pickup here. We can do a couple of things. Do we want to hold down this Lawnmower Elves with this Whipcorder, or do we just want to beat it to death? Forest, I think we're just attacking. I think we're just playing the beatdown game right now. If they want to trade with our tribe, I'm happy to pitch Deep Analysis to it. Attack you. Would you like to take 3 or do something? What is our opponent even playing? This is probably Opposition Survival, but Opposition Survival with Impulse is like weird to me. All right, combat damage, you take. Do I cast Deep Analysis right now? I think I might. Yeah, let's pitch Deep Analysis to the Tireless Tribe. Opponent would, thank you. All right, green, blue, flashback deep, target me, go to 13. And I have 2 cards, or you got something for me? Little counterspell action. All right, good. I'm glad it's not counterspell, because I'd have a panic attack if my opponent had counterspell and Lawnmower Elves in the same deck. Here, I'm not super worried about them resolving anything. They play survival. I just let it go. And on their first search, I simply ray it. Treetop makes me feel fine. Opposition, would I counter that? No, I just blow it up. I really don't know what we're worried about right now. Green, call the herd? Are we calling our herd? Who up calling the herd? Did we counter this? Like, what if I did though, right? Could get blown out by days. That's certainly a factor. This Whipcorder can keep the herd token tapped. I say we go for it. We're gonna pitch, we're actually gonna keep this Battle Screech for a sec. We'll pitch Ray of Revelation to the Tireless Tribe, and then we'll pitch Ray of Revelation to the Tireless Tribe, and that'll be 2 in the chamber for Circular Logic, and we'll fire off the first logic. The reason we don't want to pitch Battle Screech is because if we draw land, there's a non-zero chance we just go Battle Screech, flashback, Battle Screech. Pitch Ray of Revelation, pitch, oh, nope, not cast, pitch Circular Logic, trigger the Circular Logic. What are we thinking, opponent? You're gonna stifle my Circular Logic's madness trigger? If they do that, we probably just pitch another Circular Logic, and then we get dazed and then we get totally blown out. But what can you do? Play better, that's what you can do. Yeah, they're stifle, sure. Did they just stifle my Tireless Tribe trigger? I think did you stifle the wrong thing? Okay, I don't know if they meant to do that or what. I think maybe they stifled the wrong trigger. I can't think of why they would stifle the Tireless Tribe trigger. I'm gonna ask them. Did you mean to stifle TT trigger? Question mark. All right, we're gonna go to our turn. Unfortunately, that just kind of happened. That was a little bit sad. We'll play Plains. Do we care about the flashback of Call of the Herd? There's a couple ways we can play this turn. We can actually just pitch the Battle Screech to the Tireless Tribe, and then play Phantatog and flashback the Battle Screech. What are we afraid of them casting? I think because of the Ray of Revelations in our bin, nothing. You thought you could? Oh, they didn't understand what they were doing. I'm gonna let our opponent know how to do that next time. Next time you can stifle the madness trigger itself. That will stop the card from being castable. There we go. Looks like our opponent's learning a little bit, so I want to make sure they actually know that there was a way to do what they were trying to do where it works. So I don't want our opponent to keep playing the game without that knowledge. Yeah, let's just go for, there's a few ways we could play this. I think I'm going to ignore all of that. Ooh, why did I tap that for white? I don't want to lose life for no reason. I just want to make sure our opponent knows. Yeah, and they see that's the way. Okay, good. They understand. I will not respond to the City of Brass. I'm just gonna, that's fine. Thanks, no problem. It took me like an embarrassingly long time to find out that you could stifle Magnus triggers in Premodern. Like once you know, it's like, obviously you can do that. But I didn't start off knowing. Okay, we got 2 1/1 flyers. I think I want to attack with the Whipcorder. So we're gonna flash this back and we'll tap 1, 2, 3, make 2 more 1/1 flyers. That's gonna be quite good. This is a like 3-turn clock. And then we're gonna go to combat and we are gonna attack for 2. And then this Whipcorder can be on don't let them block with their Call of the Herd duty or attack with Call of the Herd duty, whichever one is fine. But these birds that I have on the in the air are probably gonna actually do the job we need them to do. Unless they go like Mox Diamond, Wrath of God or something. Standard and Modern were my formats back in 2012, same. Quit playing and came back for VV last year and now into Premodern. I hear Standard just sucks right now, but now that VV is banned, who knows? Yeah, my problem is every time I play a game of Value Vintage or a game of Premodern, I have the best time possible, and there's no variance to that. So that's why I haven't been itching to play other formats. Our opponent is very intelligently deciding, okay, I need to be a beatdown deck right now. I like that a lot. Unfortunately for them, we have this Whipcorder plus this Tireless Tribe. So if they take their entire turn to put 6 damage on us, I have a pivot plan where I can kind of like start stifling all their damage and just beating them over the head in the air with these birds. But I think this is an example of playing to your outs that we're seeing from our opponent here. We'll take 6. These treetops do have trample, so there's no reason to block. We'll go to 5, and our mana base is somewhat powered by City of Brass, so this is quite good. We also paid 3 of our own life just to cast our what do you call it, Deep Analysis. Windswept Heath, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to 4, I think, maybe even 3. Yeah, let's fetch. I think we want another Plains, and then we're gonna go Plains, green, blue, and we're gonna play the Phantatog. Then we'll head into combat, and I think we're gonna beat him over the head with these birds. Beep, bop, boop, borp. Am I blocking with Tireless Tribe? Could be that we can trade with the Treetop Village if we need to. Yeah, we'll just hit him for 4 with the birds. These birds themselves represent a 3-turn clock, so I'm pretty okay with it. And then like a really good top deck for us would just be like Parallax Tide. If we can rip Parallax Tide, I think that completely stifles our opponent's game plan. That said, casting Parallax Tide does simply put us at 1 life. So that also puts us dead to Rishid Import. Let's see, attacking with both treetops will cost them a life, which does that. What's my crack back here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, they can't get busy with everything. They'll just die. Ooh. Whipcorder. You want to hit my Whipcorder? That's not kind. Do I just Circular Logic this? I think so. Pitch Circular Logic. I would like to grow the tribe. And then if they pay for they can actually pay for the Circular Logic here. But if they do, they can't get busy with the treetop villages. Cast Circular Logic targeting Chain of Vapor. Pay a blue. This game's close. Probably wouldn't even be close if they had stifled the thing that they should have. No response. Would you like to pay 4? They're paying the 4, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. This means they can't get him with treetop, and that means they're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I sack a land and bounce something? No. All right. I've got a 1/5. You're dead on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw card 8. Yeah, I don't think they have an out to this. If they had stifled the thing they wanted to, I think they'd be in a really good spot. But now I can just go to combat. I don't think they have a green way to stop this. Full send. 6. You can go to blocks. You don't have any blocks. So we're going to go discard a Phantatog, discard a Whipcorder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Combat damage. All right, we got there. Although we got a little lucky that our opponent didn't like really sequence or make the correct target with the stifle. So that did come out to matter a lot. Phyrexian Furnace versus Call of the Herd, I think is usually pretty good. Krosan Reclamation, kind of a similar deal. Prismatic Strands. They are trying to get him with a bunch of elephants, though I don't know if we want a Prismatic Strands in a matchup where, I guess if we name green, that's usually going to be pretty good. I don't know if it's for the matchup though. Seal of Cleansing, I just don't know. Hibernation. Yeah, those treetop villages do become green, don't they? Chain of Vapor, I don't think so. I think it might just be Furnace Hibernation. I could see a world where Call of the Herd isn't bad, but I don't know if we need it in this matchup necessarily. Yeah, I don't even think I have enough that I actively want to take out. Let's just like remove 1 Circular Logic plus 1 like Mother of Runes? Question mark? Yeah, let's try removing a Mother of Runes. I'm going to try this. We're going to see how it works out. We'll see. Anyone cares? I'm assuming some of you do. We've got some cool decks tomorrow for the paper stream. We're going to be playing some Angry Ghoul, first time on the channel. Not to be confused with Angry Hermit, which sometimes are considered the same deck. It's the deck that has Stifle Knot combo and Hermit Druid combo. It may have done very well at our event as well. That may have been what put it into my line of sight. We've also got some cool stuff. This Phantatog deck we'll be playing in paper. We've got some more Bathtub Toaster. We got some cool stuff tomorrow. I'm pretty pumped to be doing it. All right, this hand blows. Little Plains, little double Parallax Tide. Pretty easy mulligan, don't even have to think about it. Don't mind that, mulligan. Little good mana, painful, but good. Tide is Storm ready to be played? Almost. Need 1 more Meditate. I might just print it out. I might just print out the Meditate. I'm struggling to find my place out of Meditate. I've got everything else. Although one of my Sapphire medallions is still new. I do want to get an old bordered one as well. But we'll see how that goes. This hand might not need Mother of Runes. I think I'm gonna pitch that. Pitch Mom. Don't want to pitch a land because I think this Tide has the capacity to be pretty good. I think Storm we've got slotted for not this stream, but the next stream, but we'll see. Because I also need to rep it before trying to play it in paper, so I don't make an asshole out of myself and the deck. All right, end step. So you might see it here first. Drawing a second tribe isn't exactly what I wanted, but we'll take it. White Tribe, pretty good blockers. Combat, end step, go. You need to get a cool card for storm counters. That's true. Right now I've got one of the Caleb Schaefer, whatever his name is. The old SCG storm grinder from back in the mid 2010s. Colorless green. Are we calling of the herd already? That sounds bad to me. Oh, it's a powder keg. Okay, that's fine. No response. I will not be playing my second Tireless Tribe. Declare attacks. I wouldn't. Go to end step. That's fine. I think we're going to play this Whipcorder out anyway. I need them to eventually crack the keg no matter what. So here's my Whipcorder cast. You can pop that if you'd like to. I actually don't care too much about getting 1-for-1. Attack for 1. You take? Because if you block, I'm pumping. Combat damage. All right, we've dealt our first point of damage. Pass turn. I have to imagine the keg's going up. I'm not super sure if keg's that good in this matchup. Maybe they're thinking they'll leave it on 0 so I can never Battle Screech, but there goes that idea. Now, it seems like they want to get it to 2 to have the most delayed Whipcorder removal spell you've ever seen in your life. Not sure how good that is either. Although they're in green-blue, so you kind of got to do what you got to do. Not a ton of good removal spells in that combination of colors, unfortunately. All right, go to attacks. That's fine. You can't. Got a spell? No. End step. Okay, MTGO. I wonder if our opponent's a Tide deck. That could be cool. Let's go Forest and stop you in your upkeep. Storm is a pretty fun deck. You can win on turn 3 sometimes, and the opponent won't even expect it. Yeah. I have seen Storm pop off. We've also had a good amount of Dream Halls locally, which is interesting. I think we're getting in with the Tireless Tribe. We've got 1 more land than we need, so we're happy to like trade a land for the Lawnmower Elves. And then in the upkeep, we're actually going to tap the Lawnmower Elves. Tap here, white. MTG's 90s MTG is rating with the party 78. 90s MTG should have waited until we were playing paper. I'm just playing some MTGO right now. Well, what's up, Raiders? We're playing some Premodern, specifically Phantatog, Tireless Tribe, Parallax Tide, which is kind of a weird combination of cards, but I've been pretty into it so far. The Dreamhall's Tricks deck is so over the place. Yeah, it's seeing a lot of play. They're going to float a green. I do not care about that. I think that Dreamhalls is, the problem with Dreamhalls is the deck takes mulligans really, really hard. If you're going to mulligan with Dreamhalls, you have this problem where your best Dreamhalls hands cast Show and Tell on turns 2 or 3. And if you Show and Tell super early on a mulligan, you're unlikely to have the material that you need to start comboing. So that's the one thing that turns me off of Dreamhalls, just as like a viable, like high competitive level deck. That said, it did just 8-0 some really big tournament, so who knows? All right, they floated the green. Their green's floating away. They've got their powder keg on 2, probably slotted to just take care of this Whipcorder. Raiders, if you're not familiar with me, I'm NeonMushroom. There's a YouTube channel called Fluorescent Fungus where I do daily pre-modern content. Most of it's paper. It's actually kind of rare that I'm sitting here doing MTGO. We have a studio here that we play in, and tomorrow we're doing a paper stream. So if you want to hang out around 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a ton of paper pre-modern and a little bit of value vintage. They're tapping for a bunch of mana. Are they gonna like pop off a Dust Bowl? All right, yeah, Dust Bowl blows up my Adarkar Wastes. Luckily, I've got more lands. Opponent, if you click your F6 button, ooh, Tormod script. Yeah, I don't care about that though. If you click your F6 button, it'll go straight to my turn. Unless you've got like another 0 drop. No Shield Sphere, sweet. Untap and draw. Heater, not quite. We're unlikely to play this Treva's Ruins yet. We're just going to get this Adarkar Wastes into play. We're going to go to combat, and we're actually just going to swing with our Whipcorder, I think. I'll let them pop their keg on, too. I can't think of any reason why they wouldn't. I haven't shown them any other 2 drops. Okay, I guess you don't pop it on 2. Here's a Tireless Tribe. Go ahead. That's kind of weird. I would have definitely popped that keg. I think they probably took 2 damage that they didn't necessarily need to. Next turn, I think our best draw is probably Phantatog. That way we can just like play Parallax Tide. If it doesn't get answered, we'll leave it in play. We won't even take any lands out. And then we can Phantatog, exile other lands holding priority, sack the Phantatog, or sack the Parallax Tide to the Phantatog. You have no more lands. Now I've just got like lands plus threats, and I'll probably eventually get there. That for 1, 2, Gush? Nope, 3. Are we Dust Bowling again? Yeah, I am cool with the continuous Dust Bowl situation. I've got more lands in hand. Every time our opponent Dust Bowls, they're just walking back a resource of their own. I'm winning on the ground right now. I'm kind of into that. You could powder keg and attack with the Lawnmower Elves to try to keep up. No? Okay. Pass to me, untap, and draw. Ramosian Sergeant is a heater here. Is actively good. We're going to go to combat and just attack with everything. Beep, beep. What do you think about this? They're going to take it, it looks like. What are they doing with powder keg? Whatever. We're going to play tap for a white, play Ramosian Sergeant. Unlikely to get Whipcorder with it until they pop the keg, obviously. It's already up on 2, so it's not like they can hit our 1 drops anymore. This Sergeant also means we kind of just don't have to do anything. We don't have to cast any more spells. We can just like attack, pass, end of your turn, Sergeant, get Sergeant, keep doing that. That way when we draw like a Battle Screech, we can just go super wide. This deck kind of feels like it wouldn't mind like the first or second copy of Glorious Anthem, Crusade, whatever white +1/+1 Anthem you want to play. Portent's fine. This means that they're taking the turn off Dust Bowling us. Interesting. They might be out of lands. This is probably a signal they're out of lands. I wonder what they would be looking for in this spot. I wonder what type of deck they are. Before this started, had assumed they must have been a survival of the fittest deck, but I haven't seen a survival yet. They could have simply not drawn it. And then we see these elves, which tells me they're not an Oath of Druids deck. So are they just like playing opposition the hard way or like trade win riders the hard way. I'm trying to think of what their payoff is for being set up this way. They shuffle, which I'm pretty happy with. So now we're here. You have this powder keg you've been refusing to use. You've taken 6 unnecessary damage. You've just been like dust bowling me. And dust bowling your opponent out of the game really isn't an option when they have a clock on you. All right, are you gonna go to combat? Ramosian Sergeant's a 1/1, so I wouldn't block. They're just passing. Okay, we get to untap. They draw off Portent. That is totally fine. I also get to draw Phantatog. Let's go. Battle Screech. Well, I don't think they can stop us from doing this. Requiem, I'm guessing opponent is relatively new to the format and are just running their own type of deck. It could just be a brew. Yeah, I might just be completely missing because I wasn't sure when they talked earlier if they were talking about trying to get used to MTGO or the format, but you could be right. Our opponent might just like legitimately be brand new. All right, no response. I'll pick up this plains that I tap for a white. Then we're gonna go whatever, white, whatever. I will not respond to the damage off City of Brass. Yeah, and then whatever, we'll play Battle Screech. Their Tormod script isn't gonna work the way they'd like it to. All right, then we're gonna flash back this Battle Screech by tapping 1, 2. Now this means I can't obviously use the Ramosian Sergeant, but that's just gonna have to be okay. And will I attack with this? No, so I'll tap for 1, 2, 3. This is 4 mana, put 4 power into play, which is fine, but it's especially fine since they're a bunch of 1/1 birds. And even if they draw a second powder keg, it trades with us on a 1-for-1 basis, so we don't care. Yep, you crack the Tormod script. That doesn't actually do anything. I wonder if our opponent knows that there's no chance for them to actually crypt us here. We're gonna go to combat. We're gonna full send. Beep beep. Opponent, I would really crack your keg here. This Whipcorder is like secretly taking like entire turns off of the game. There we go. All right, they found it. They realized, hey, this Whipcorder is gonna deal 2 damage to us. We should probably pop this now. That probably buys them like at least before the bird tokens, that would have bought them like multiple extra turns. Now that I've got these bird tokens, unless they have another powder keg, it's not gonna buy them that much time. Resilient, how you doing, baby? Good to hear from you. I'm good, just playing some MTGO, getting some like extra videos stocked up so I can do this paper stream tomorrow and get all those videos edited. Also, if you've made it this late into the video, I guess we're still in round 1 of this particular video, but the full tournament for me playing the About Face combo deck is going to be coming out this week. It's almost done. So that's, if you're looking for a long video, that's coming up. All right, we got that one. League our opponent, I think you were absolutely right, Requiem. I think our opponent was very new, so they just kind of got. And that's okay. We're going to queue in again versus this person, I think. All right, we found an opponent. Hi, good luck, have fun, exclamation point. And let's see about this hand. We have a turn 1 Ramosian Sergeant or Mother with the swords. The only thing we're missing is a way to enable the circular logic, but we can also beat enchantments. I think we just have to keep this. Resilient Legacy. Oh, sweet. Can't wait. Yeah, tomorrow's stream is going to be sick. The full About Face combo tournament is also going to be pretty sweet. That you've already seen me some of my games, so we're currently 2-2 with the videos that are out. And even though I'm only 2-2, I've lost a good amount of games. All the games have been pretty sweet to watch, in my opinion. I enjoyed editing them. They're going to Cabal Therapy nakedly. So if they have a creature to resolve, they'll name Swords. If they're worried, they're going to, what are they naming? Duress. Okay. They're trying to protect something in their hand. That tells me that they might be the green-black version of Pit Rack or Moneyball or whatever, Worm Rack. Usually, if you Cabal Therapy naming Duress, you're trying to protect a Sylvan library. All right, we draw Tireless Tribe. That actually does enable our circular logic, though I don't need to show it just yet. I think I want to put this Mother of Runes into play. Adarkar Wastes, tap for a white Mom, because Mom can protect Ramosian Sergeant, who can go wide, which is going to generally be good in black matchups. Black struggles to beat go wide. So this basically puts me on like, you have to smother this or Diabolic Edict me right now, or this Mother of Runes is going to be a problem for the rest of the game. They play a Swamp. Do you have the removal spell? You're on 4. They're going to Cabal Therapy. That's fine. My hand's full of goodies. They're probably supposed to hit Ramosian Sergeant because, like I said before, go wide is going to be a problem for them. They name Ray of Revelation. Are you aware that Ray of Revelation has the flashback ability? They must have a Withered Wretch in their hand, which I can weirdly answer next turn. All right, we're going to go City of Brass. We're going to go for a white, losing a life, play Tireless Tribe, and simply pass the turn. We're playing Tireless Tribe to set up Circular Logic in case they do have Phyrexian Arena or some enchantment, because we can Circular Logic the thing. Or not even just that, because we can spray it, but we can also stop like an artifact like Powder Keg or a creature like Hypnotic Spectre. We're just going to set up for everything with this line. All right, they don't do anything, so we untap and draw. Land? No land. Rats. Go to combat. Attack for 1. First blood. My mana base is going to kill me faster than I can kill them right now. Tap for a white, Ramosian Sergeant. All right, opponent, good luck. Those Cabal Therapies have been pretty strange, to say the least. Yeah, I was right. They're on green, but they don't have anything to do with the green. How strange. I'm really not sure what they're up to. Either they're not quite sure what they're doing, or they're up to some deranged sneaky shit. I do love Quiet Spec, get Battle Screech and flash it back, but that puts me shields down from others. So what I'm going to actually do is just beep beep with both of these, leaving the mom up, beep beep, and then we're going to play a second mom, white mom. Now I've got easily enough creatures that we can kill them faster than our mana can kill us. Drawing a third land here, I think just like secures the game completely. If we simply never do that, then we're in a bit of trouble. Forest, yeah, that's fine. Green, whatever. Deranged Hermit? Check this shit out. Pitch, Circular Logic, no response. I will cast it, targeting Deranged Hermit, paying a blue. They must be on Rexer? That's the only reason I could think that they would have a Deranged Hermit. All right, Tireless Tribe gets bigger, who cares? All right, my turn, on tap. Draw. Whipcorder, kind of feels like I need the Quiet Spec right now. And let's go wide while we're at it. Yeah, we're gonna go colorless, blue, lose a life, Quiet Spec, me. And we're gonna go grab, I think, Battle Screech, Deep Analysis. And then done, any order. Then we're gonna go flashback Battle Screech, tapping everything but a Mother of Runes. We could very notably flashback a second Battle Screech right now. I think, how many removal spells did they need? It actually might just be correct too. I don't think they could have Plague Spitter, which we could swords. Yeah, let's just get greedy. 1, 2, 3. Please don't Pernicious Deed me. That would be a nightmare. Although I'm already down the Circular Logic, so it's not like it's something I could have played around anyway. Here's my own Deranged Hermit opponent. Can you beat it? Removal spell would be kind of a bummer. Wall of Blossoms, okay. Into Recurring Nightmare would be sad. Do you have it? Flashback Cabal Therapy, yeah. Probably name swords. Yeah, they name swords. Is this where they jam their Plague Spitter and I'm upset? How good would that be? That would be so good. All right, they don't have anything though, so I guess we're just gonna go on tap. That means they certainly better not have their, what do you call it? Their Recurring Nightmare. Otherwise, I think that was a pretty obvious misplay. We're going to tap for a colorless, play Treva's Runes, trigger Treva's Runes, bounce the Adarkar Wastes, tap for a blue, flashback Deep Analysis, target ourselves, lose 3 life, draw 2 cards, Battle Screech. We sure could cast this right now if you wanted to. I think we'll just, well, let me see here. We pitch it to Tireless Tribe, then we can tap like a bunch of I just don't think it makes sense to. I think our clock is how fast? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can attack for 6. There's a 3-turn clock here. If I flashback Battle Screech, I can only attack for like 1, 2, 3, and then for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's still a 3-turn clock. Yeah, we're just going to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding up these moms. Did the damage. And then that's it. Go ahead, opponent. If it's the rock, they probably don't run Plague Spitters, I think. Yeah. Although, I can't tell if this is just the rock or if this is like Rexer, right? Really, I guess information-wise, they could be either one. But I think the rock's slightly more common. So yeah, Pernicious Deed is like very good. They concede. I was about to say Pernicious. This is a good reason to not cast the Battle Screech. But yeah, if they're the rock, Pernicious Deed would have been bad. We want Hibernation. That's probably our best card. Seal of Cleansing, kind of medium on Seal of Cleansing. Don't get me wrong, it can blow up a Pernicious Deed, but the way that Pernicious Deed lines up against us, they can like just wait if they need to. I think Call of the Heart's pretty good. Krosan Reclamation, kind of medium. Phyrexian Furnace, kind of medium. Maybe it's got action against Cabal Therapy. Don't really love Reclamation, don't love Chain of Vapor. Prismatic Strands naming green could come up, although I don't think I'm worried about the beatdown from our opponent. I don't like Silver Knight. I don't think I like Ray. I think it's just these 4. Question is, what comes out? I think I'm gonna cut a Battle Screech. I think I actually am gonna put them on the rock. Rare Revelation seems like fine. Quiet Spec's like fine. Logic, I could see losing 1 of, maybe 2 of. I actually love Parallax Tide in this matchup. Maybe I can lose like a Speculation. They've got to have like a ton of wretches post board, right? We're gonna try this. Hopefully we didn't just make our deck worse. Submit. It's pretty strange running if it's the rock. Yeah, that was a weird keep. If it was the rock, that seems like kind of a weird keep to me. Especially since they named Duress off the Cabal Therapy. I'm not sure what they were protecting. We never saw a Duressable spell cast from our opponent. And by Duressable spell, I don't mean card that can be targeted by Duress. I mean a card that would be worth Duressing. What day is it today? Tuesday? I was about to ask everyone what they're doing this weekend, but we're not even fucking close, huh? The weekend just ended. Today's video on Fluorescence is going to go up kind of late. I think it's this game that I'm uploading. Tomorrow's game will be on time, and then post-stream, I'm going to have a bunch of sweet videos coming out with some sweet decks, including the About Face Full Tournament. And then I already talked about it in either I recorded 2 videos in this stream if you're watching this on Fluorescence, so that's why I'm talking so weird because I don't know which video is coming out first. But we may have talked about it in the other video I'm putting up, but we will definitely be doing some, the Pandemonium Premodern Fall Series Championships is recorded and all of the assets are set up, and I'm doing co-commentary with Andrew from Heavy Play, Cyrus from Crucible of Words, and Carl from Impulse Crew. Thanksgiving is throwing off how the week feels. I plan on jamming some webcam games when I can. Yeah, I need to get my quarterfinals matchup against Nicola in the Tribe League as well. We got a crazy 6-0 with Flinker in the Tribe League. All right, this hand sucks. As soon as our opponent figures out what they're doing, I'm going to be mulliganing my hand. Unfortunately, this is the first time I think we've seen Phantatog into Parallax Tide, but it's not castable. I got 5th in my first Premodern event over the weekend. I'm running an Oath Stasis deck. That's sick. Mulligan. This hand has Quiet Spec, Deep Anal, Ray. Yeah, sure, this is fine. What's the worst card in my hand? I think I want 3 lands at least. I think the Deep Anal in hand is actually pretty bad. We'll pitch that. And then let's go. Let's do it. I think this Meddling Mage is just like for sure naming perk deed. Urge, sure. Top deck Swords for the win. All right, no luck there. Let's go Island Pass. Awesome news about the commentary. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. There's some other guys I'd love to try to do commentary with, but they make me nervous because I've never really talked to them. Guys like Francisco, Pavlush, Fran. But also that guy seems busy to me. I don't know for sure, but he seems like a pretty busy dude. Not that all these guys aren't busy, but these are dudes I've collabed with before, so the reach out was really easy. But I'd love to do stuff with Fran. I'd love to do shit with Lanny too. This is a dice trigger. Do I Swords to Plowshares this Yavimaya Elder right now to make an attempt to protect my interests? I think I actually might. I'm gonna tap for a white, losing a life. This seems like as good a Plowshares as any. They don't have the mana to sack it. It's getting exiled. It does not trigger. It's a poor use of my mana, but next turn I can like, I don't know, if they play like an enchantment, like a Pernicious Deed, maybe I Quiet Spec to grab my second Ray and I Ray it plus Quiet Spec. It seems like it could be fine. Cabal Therapy, sure. You gonna name Quiet Spec? I don't think they've seen a Quiet Spec yet. What are we taking? Swords? We've already seen a sword, so that's unlikely. Circular Logic? Swords, they name swords anyway. I don't have it. Probably not the worst to sack the bird and just flash back the therapy naming Quiet Spec, because that's going to be a nightmare if I cast that next turn. So excited for how the channel's been growing and evolving. It's so good to see. Glad you like it, buddy. It has been, I need a creative outlet is a big part of my life. And I also need like something to touch, if that makes sense. If I don't have something to tinker with, I feel like I'm going crazy. So this channel has been very good for my mental health. Very good. And also this format's such a delight to play. It's been awesome growing my local community and stuff too. Also just seeing it grow globally. I like it. It's awesome. They just Cabal Therapy my Quiet Spec, which means obviously I'm gonna top deck Quiet Spec. Of course I took one out, so that's much less likely. Plague Spitter? Sure. All right, they do have the Spitter, but that's probably a post-board Spitter. Take a draw. Flooded Strand, okay. Let's go, I do want a Tide if I draw it, so I'm not gonna play this Treva's Runes just yet. I'm gonna play Flooded Strand, I'm gonna fetch. I want to play Meddling Mage, and I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think I would like to name Pernicious Deed. Pernicious Deed. Although, I probably should have just named Survival. They do have birds in their deck. That may have been a punt, huh? They're going to combat, attacking stupid, I'll block. Okay, I'll block. Also, I have this Rave Revelation, so like, who cares? All right, block. Triggers again, we both take more damage. Mark Rosewater's reply to complaints about Universes Beyond us to make your own format, which is funny because all my friends just play Premodern now. That's what we're doing. We're playing our own format, and it's better than anything WotC's come up with in forever. Oh, Volrath's Stronghold, huh? That's pretty lame. Let's go Treva's Ruins, trigger the runes, bounce my City of Brass, I guess. So now we're really looking for Tide Phantatog. That's how we get out of this spot, because that Volrath Stronghold is going to be a migraine. Oh, they didn't like buy back the Plague Spitter. That's actually a shocker. 2, 3, Engineered Plague, sure. Yeah, that's fine. We just like have Ray of Revelation, so we legitimately do not care about that. I'm surprised they brought that in. Also, I just realized the room our opponent made is a 40-minute room. Opponent, we do not both need 40 minutes. Untap, draw. That is a messed up draw. Land 1, 2, 3, 4, go to 15, take the pain. Deep enough. That's what that's what I'm saying. I should have named Survival instead of Deed. I think they don't have Deed. All right, we drew a Ramosian Sergeant, which is pretty good. They named Human, not Bird. That's crazy. We'll Ray that whenever we want to. Stronghold is a bullet point for maybe Furnace if there's another game. That's true. That's very true. All right, there's the Deranged Hermit. We have the swords, so that's great. Passing to me, we're definitely just going to Swords this Hermit so they can't sack it and start. I think they are on Rexer upon further investigation. Let's do like a bunch of stuff. Let's go Flooded Strand. Let's go white. Let's immediately Swords this Deranged Hermit so they don't have a chance to not pay the Echo cost. And then let's fetch. Let's get another white source. Let's go white, and just play Whipcorder. And then if they're dumb enough to attack, we will Ray of Revelation their Engineer Plague, and my Whipcorder will become a 2/2. They also could have Recurrent Nightmare, just kill them. I'm trying to beat our opponent. They have a Genesis. All right, time to draw another Swords to Plowshares. Very cool. All right, we going to combat. You know about the Ray, dude. You saw it. All right, tap for 2. Lose a life. Maybe they're trying to like race around it. No responses to the loss of life. But this Whipcorder is going to hold their Genesis down for the foreseeable future. All right, go to blocks. Block a squirrel. I'll go to 10. Pass to me. Untap and draw a Ramosian Sergeant. I will cast it. Am I in a spot where I can afford to just like flashback Deep Anal? I feel like I need to. Yeah, we're gonna go to 7. I'm not feeling good about it, if that makes anyone feel any differently. But like this Genesis is gonna be problematic. Ooh, Tireless Tribe is actually a great pickup here. We're gonna play it, and then we'll hold up Whipcorder for the Genesis, and block a squirrel with Tireless Tribe. Maybe even block one. It depends on what all they do. Do I get a land drop for turn? I do. I forgot about that. This means I could play my second Ramosian Sergeant. Is it worth losing the life about it, though? No, also, if they just like jam a second E-Plague, I get completely blown out. My Peanut Burn enjoys actual cards. I'll proxy if I have to. It doesn't make me as happy. Same. Yeah, I've got the same type of brain damage where I have to have the real cards. Sometimes if you don't see a deck on the channel and you're like, why haven't I seen this yet? It's like, because I'm still ordering the cards and some of them are so expensive I have to save and budget for them. Smother? Okay, well, activate. Target Genesis, tap for a white. It's been smothered. Now this Sergeant unfortunately can't get Whipcorder because I have a Whipcorder in my hand. So it might be worth it to just like block, squirrel since I'm at 6 and like pitch Sergeant to keep the Tireless Tribe around. I kind of like that. Tireless Tribe pitches Sergeant, slowly getting through these squirrel tokens. I think we like actively want a bird. Not a bird. Yeah, a Battle Screech. I think we actively want a Battle Screech. All right, untap, draw. Swords would be fine here too. Another Ramosian Sergeant's like not great. Let's tap for 2. Let's play Whipcorder. Let's go crazy and morph Whipcorder, right? Cost a white to morph it up. Yeah, morph this Whipcorder face down. You don't know what this is. And then pass. I think I'm on like block squirrel with Whipcorder, block Genesis with Tireless Tribe, pump the tribe out of range. Hope that they keep bricking. Not likely. Wall of Blossoms is not good for us. Oh no, an Exalted Angel, right? Exactly. Wall of Roots. Oh man, our opponent's finding like money spells. Spells that like have text. Cabal Therapy? Yeah, I bet you miss. If they hit, for sure they're watching right now. I wonder what you're even supposed to name. Probably just like Quiet Spec. They name Circular Logic. That makes sense. They're gonna flashback targeting the Ramosian. Oh, I messed that up. I should have pitched that Ramosian Sergeant in response to the therapy. Well, I'm gonna concede this game. That was a mess up for me. Not that I was in a better, like a super good spot otherwise, but the play was to like pitch it to the tribe so I could block Genesis. Now it's bad. So we're gonna go to the next game. Now that I think they're Rexer, I think we're a little bit better armed to play this game. I think Krosan Reclamation is quite a bit better. I did bring in the Furnace. I thought I did and I did. So maybe like Krosan Rec plus another Circular Logic. I don't know. What's like not good? Not much. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Submit. You win the Dower. Would you like to play first? Yes, please. This hand has 1 Tireless Tribe. 1 Tireless Tribe doesn't do what we need it to. We're gonna mulligan. We went from a 1-lander to a no-lander. Looks like we're mulliganing to 5 against a black-based Cabal Therapy deck. That is not good for us. All right, they mulligan to 6 as well, at least. Oh, cool. Cool. We're going to 4, class. You love to see it. All right, we'll keep. Let's see here. We want Ray. We want... Do I even care about Mother? We'll pitch Heath. We'll pitch City. We'll pitch Mom. Or do we want to keep 3 lands? No, we just got to get lucky. This'll do. This is not great for us. Here's a Flooded Strand. Please don't Cabal Therapy me. Or don't duress me. Don't touch my hand. I don't think they know about Phantatog yet. All right, they duress. That's fine. You get Ray. Damn, going to 4 cards is rough. You're not kidding. All right, Island, go. That said, if we draw like land in the Parallax Tide, we might still be cooking. Now, of course, they could just have Smother, and that would be rough. Untap, draw. Deep Analysis. I kind of feel like I'm playing this Phantatog out, and then if they go to kill it, I'll pitch Deep Analysis to it so I can flash that back next turn. I think that's like fine. Tap like this, take the damage. Phantatog. Hell yeah, duress us again, right? And then we'll pass. We probably get smothered here unless they like randomly don't have it. They randomly don't have it. I guess this deck's probably pretty light on removal because I do believe this is Rexer. Birds is fine. I don't care about that. Mitch the Quaker should have gotten a survival. shake my head. Okay. Probably should have gotten a survival. Pass, untap, draw a card. If it's a land, I'll just like hard cast this Deep Analysis. Mother of Runes is kind of sweet here. I think I need to convert deep right now. Let's go to combat. Attack. They won't block. They ain't dumb. Discard Deep Analysis. Trigger the Phantatog. Deal a bit more damage. Yeah, survival is def what I typed. Oh, should have gotten a Surveil. Sorry. I'm so rot-brained from playing Premodern that I forgot there's actually good lands that have been printed. Tap for 2. Deep me. Okay, I mean, Whipcorder's like fine here. Although I think they're about to derange Terminus. Not great. That's not going to be great when that happens. No response. Card quality, what a concept. I like agency, Mitch, sorry. All right, Mother, pass. This deck, however, a little bit weird, a little bit of a weird one, but this card has Tog at the end of its name. It's got a suffix Tog, so I had to try this when I saw the list. All right, Hermit me, daddy. Just got mid-range is agency maxing. I'll give you that one. Hermit, Sadistic Hypnotist. Okay, one of the cards in my hand has flashback, so like, cool. The land situation is tough for my Premodern cube. I'm trying 4 copies of City in the list to make it easier on the pod. Yeah, probably some number of like Grand Coliseums is a good idea too. Pitch 1, 2. We're just looking for a second copy of Deep Anal at this point, or Quiet Spec would be just phenomenal. Yeah, this is just Rexer, but they've never found their survival in 3 games. Or I guess we've only played 1 game before this, great? Or did we win game 1? I can't even remember. Phantatog number 2, like I don't love it. I will attack into the Sadistic Hypnotist and pitch this one to trade with it. So they have like less creatures, I guess. Combat. Yeah. All right, they're just taking, that's fine. What about another Phantatog? Requiem, you won game 1, Shroom. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot. Tog, go. Mulling to 4 is hard, guys. Oh yeah, we've got all the dual land, tri-lands in the format, and they're just still not that many to choose from for a big 540 singleton cube. Agreed. Watch this. I think that this is probably an Nantuko Vigilante, but if this is a Bane of the Living, I'm going to have, say it with me, class, a Panic Attack. Draw Ramosian. I mean, in terms of like cards that have text, there's one. Start like getting my other Whipquarters and Ramosian Sergeants out and try to like pillow fort the shit out of myself. But if this is a Bane of the Living, tough, tough. I think Bane deals damage, so I could protect something with my mother. It's a Headhunter, no chance. Mom doesn't work against Morphs, rip. True, they're colorless. It's not giver. It is a Bane. Is this damage or is it -X? Oh, it's -X. How brutal. Well, that's bad. I think we're dead. I think we gotta go for the 2-1. The 3-0 Dream's dead. Attack with Bane. I take 2. All things considered, on a mulligan to 4, like, not the worst performance. Yeah, Tribe's dead. Okay, instead of banging our head into the wall even more, we're gonna go to a 3rd game. Is anyone up right now? Nope. We will, oh, Rotar. Don't know who you are, but I'll play you. All right, found our last opponent, and this hand has pretty painful mana, but swords into Meddling Mage. On the draw, slightly better. That way I can have a better, I can be better informed about what I'm naming with my Meddling Mage. This deep analysis is kind of stranded in our hand. We've got no Phantatog or no Tireless Tribe to pitch it. That said, I think this hand on the play may be a little bit sketch, but swords into Meddling Mage in a few matchups is going to be quite good. Also, we kind of just want our opponent to lead on Goblin Lackey. That way we can go like swords the Lackey, then they can play Pile Driver. I can go Meddling Mage naming like Goblin Matron and try to like grind our opponent out. That is not what happened. They played a Forest. Pass to me. Take a draw. Meddling Mage number 2. Bummer that they're about to resolve Survival or Oath, huh guys? That's going to be pretty tough. Let's go Flooded Strand and pass. Best way to get DA to the graveyard is through the stack. Yeah, man, for sure. Sphere of Res, that's actually fine. So this is Oath Ponza. If this is Oath Ponza, what does that mean for us? That means our Meddling Mage is naming, and it can't cast it this turn, that's problematic. But our Meddling Mage, eventually, if we're ever able to cast it, luckily the Sphere is going to stop them from thermokarsting us, but Wasteland will be good. They don't have it. But we want to name Oath of Druids with Meddling Mage. Untap and draw. Swords, sure. City of Brass, fetch. We'll go get a basic Plains. Lose just so much fucking life. Ow, ow. Meddling Mage? Oh, nope. Let's actually name a card, huh? Oath of Druids. No, thank you. Go ahead. If they have a Pyroclasm, we will do it again. Yeah, this. Luckily, if they Pyroclasm, it's the only thing they can do with their turn. And if they don't, I'm going to Meddling Mage naming Pyroclasm. Winter's Grasp is, I mean, not great. We have to draw a land here, but if we draw a land, I feel like we're like in a fine spot. Untap draw, Adarkar Wastes. Okay, go to combat. Attack. Beep, beep. You take 2. Down to 18. Let's go white, colorless, blue. Ouch. Meddling Mage, Pyroclasm. And I think we're mostly insulated now past the turn. We really don't want to see like treetop villages come down or Mishra's factories. Those would be a headache. If we can develop some more lands, these Battle Screeches could actually be quite good. Thermokarst, sure. They're just going to keep Ponzaing us, which is like not great. Oh, the Wasteland's actually super bad for us. Now we have to draw land for the potential of a Terrabor soon. Luckily, we've got a clock. That's the one thing we do have going for us. Go to combat. We do not find the land. Attack with all creatures. 4, pass. This is if we knew we were playing against Oath Ponza, our hand would have looked much, much worse. There's the first Terravor. It's only a 5/5. I say only because that means that I've got a couple of turns to draw land. We don't find it here. If they have the 3rd Ponza piece, we're in deep, deep trouble. Attack for 5 is fine. We've got like 2 turns to find it. All right, Sylvan Library, that's tough. That's like actively bad for us. Untap, draw a land. That's bad. Attack with all creatures. Bring them to 10. That way they can't take infinite cards off library. Pitch Battle Screech. I could see them maybe taking 1 card, but they can't take 2 or they'll just die. Unless they have like Terravor number 2 or like Mishra's Factory. Yeah, they just take 1 card, which makes sense. All right, combat, attack for 5. I think second Terravor is almost good enough. Although I've got 2 swords, so there's a factory. That's bad. Untap, draw land. Beggars can't be choosers. Tap for white. Play Treva's Runes. Trigger Treva's Runes. Bounce Plains. Tap for white. Swords to Plowshares, get out of here, Terravor. I will not be attacking with Meddling Mage. This is bad because I just gave them 5 life and they have a library in play. So now it can get awkward. Treetop's fine. They didn't take any extra cards. That's interesting. All right, Plains. We can do one of a billion things here. Not one of them is attacking with both mages and swordsing that Mistress Factory. I think that would be bad. I think we need to like try and go wide here. It's not like a super great prospect, but I think that is what we're supposed to do. So we're gonna go white, white. Do we play Mom or Tireless Tribe? Love that. I think we play Mom first just so it like doesn't have summoning sickness. That way if they randomly have like Bolt or something. These decks don't normally play Bolt, but that's the thing that could happen. We will not be getting in. We will be passing. Normally I'd feel really good about this position, but the library being in play like obviously makes that bad. We're asking for them to whiff here is asking for a lot. They took an extra card. They played a Treetop Village. We kind of just want to draw threats for the rest of the game. I like Tribe, Pitch Screech, Flashback Screech, just there for more clock and cycling. Yes, I also like that. Looks like they're going to get busy for 3. I think this first 3 I'm just like taking. They've got 2 Treetop Villages, so that play actually might not be good enough. Land here is like fine. What does that open for us? Yeah, Tribe, Pitch Screech, Screech, Flashback Screech, then use like the Mom to protect the Tribe. How many creatures does that give us? Let's fetch. We won't fetch until we absolutely have to, but I think we're using all of our stuff this turn. This circular logic is nothing right now because of the sphere. So we're gonna go 1. Yeah, we're fetching now. Fetch Plains, 2 Tireless Tribe. We're gonna hold this Screech in our hand to flash it back. Actually, no, that doesn't even work. We have to like tap out so much. Yeah, they've got like 2 Mistress Factories. Huh. We can like, do we have access to, we do not. We don't have access to the Ray of Revelation yet. So we can't like beat Oath. This Tireless Tribe can do some blocking. This Mom can also do some blocking and then protect the Meddling Mage from green and I lose the Mom. But none of that works if I have to flashback Battle Screech. So what I think I gotta do is pass because those Treetop Villages trampling are problematic. Now, what happens if they attack with the factory as well? They attack with Treetop, they're gonna be down to 2 mana so they can attack with the factory. If it's just Treetop, we go block a Treetop with Tribe, block a Treetop with Mage plus Mom, give Mage protection. And then I guess if they attack with the Mistress Factory, we just have to trade. So we'll block the factory with the Meddling Mage naming Oath of Druids to give ourselves the opportunity to draw into Ray of Revelation. I think that's just the spot we find ourselves in. Oath Ponza, what a beating, man. Green, red. If you Earthquake, I swear to God. All right, just Terravor, no responses, that's fine. No attacks, makes sense. Tough game, but you're up against a really good deck. So yeah, and also probably a bad matchup. So I'm not sweating anything too much yet. Another land's great. This deck does play Port a lot of the time, so I actually don't think I'm free to put it into play, which is actually really unfortunate. Drawing 3 over City of Brass as this game has been upsetting. That means I'm on a maximum of 2 spells if one of them is Battle Screech here. Is this a turn where I just pass? Because swordsing this Terravor, I think I have to do after their library so they can't immediately take extra cards. Yeah, I think I can't play the City of Brass. We're gonna go to combat. Like, I think our win con, which I don't think we can win this game, but if we had a win con here, I think it would be to answer every single Terravor, which means each of my swords has to meet a Terravor. No responses. We'll see if they're getting busy with everything. We can line up to try to blow them out if they get busy with every single thing. The reason we're going to beat the Terravor after library is so we give ourselves a chance to draw Rare Revelation. That way, if we give them a bunch of life, we can take out the library and they can't convert the life into cards. Green, okay, they're doing the thing we thought they would. Activate 1 treetop, activate another treetop, activate a factory. Now, the big issue here is they're going to be able to pump the factory, so I can't even trade with it. But we'll let them go to combat and declare their attacks. Oh, they picked the wrong factory. Tough, dude. Oh no, they attacked with the wrong factory. That sucks. All right, we're gonna go to blocks. Blocks. We'll put the Tireless Tribe in front of a Treetop Village. We will put the Meddling Mage on, at this point, Oath in front of Treetop Village. This Mother of Runes in front of Treetop Village. And this Mother of Runes in front of Terravor. It sucks because you can't even correct it for them. Yeah, there's no way I can like be like, oh, I won't, like they can't attack, so there's nothing I can do. Swords to Plowshares, Terravor. And then we can give this Meddling Mage protection from green. And then we can activate this one and pitch Battle Screech that we're never hard casting to make it big enough to block combat damage. All right, I guess Terravor down, Treetop down. If they had attacked with that Mistress Factory, I'd have to lose a Meddling Mage, so my spot would be worse. Players, in case you didn't know, when you put a permanent into play, like if I played the City of Brass, if I floated over it and then clicked it like that, it would say newly played or whatever. So it would be obvious. Unfortunately, our opponent doesn't get to take advantage of that. Can I just, if I don't tap this Tireless Tribe, I've got a good block on the Treetop Village. I think I just have to start getting birds into play. I think that's like the only way we're winning this game, right? White, Tribe is probably better than Mother here, just for the sheer toughness. Not that it matters, we're gonna be tapping it anyway. We're gonna leave this Tribe untapped. Then we're gonna flashback Screech, paying 1 and tapping 1, 2, 3. And then I don't even know what that accomplished, to be honest. Now it's like they just get in with everything, and then I have to like chump block both their factories and then block with Tribe. No, that's not a winning line. I think we're just dead. Like, it doesn't really matter what our opponent did there. Like, for us to win here, we would have had to like rip good land, not City of Brass, multiple turns in a row, and then like done the Tide trick. So we'd already have to have a Phantatog in play. I can't think of any way we really dig out of this other than our opponent misplaying. MTGO is weird sometimes. Man at the factory, I like it. Man at the treetop, I like it. Man at the factory, I like it. Another factory, all right. Well, I'm gonna concede there. Well, only have 2 Terravores left, I think. Yeah, we can't keep, we're at 2. There's, I'm not gonna, we're just wasting time at this point. What do we want versus this matchup? Is Prismatic Strands a potential pick? I think Call of the Herd is actually very good because their removal is like Earthquake, Pyroclasm. Phyrexian Furnace is like actually fine, I think. Hibernation is like pretty good. Chain, Krosan, meh. Ray, probably. Hibernation, yeah, Hibernation seems great. Prismatic Strands, I had to think about that one. I'm thinking no. If I get myself into a position where Strands is like, I can see is Seal of Cleansing good? I need to think about that too. We can get ourselves into a situation where like Prismatic Strands can randomly like trick our opponent into it making a dumb attack and dying on the crack bag. But that seems like I'm just assuming my opponent's dumb. I don't think my opponent's dumb. What do we think about these Seal of Cleansings? Are we gonna like open on Seal and then like pop it on Sphere of Resistance? Is that like good? All right, what don't we want? I think Parallax Tide is like fine. Battle Screech kind of sucks. Mother of Runes is like fine. Sergeant's fine. Swords is good. Tribe is good. Mother's good. Quiet Spec is fine. Quarter's good. It's good for libraries too. Yeah, that's true. I think Logic is like, is Logic actively bad in this matchup? It seems like really hard to leverage. Seal is good in case you don't have land mana by the time you want to destroy something. Yeah, that's true. I think I'm going to experimentally try taking out these circular logics. I'm on the play. That's when they're going to be better. But I could see the game getting into a really awkward point where like I'm either under a Sphere of Resistance or I'm just like trying to play the attrition game. It's just, I think these are going to get caught in my hand. I could see being wrong about that. Also Tide. I wonder if I should just like remove a Tide because I think these seals are good. Are these Call of the Herds actually that good or are they kind of bad? Do I take out some 1-drops? Is Ramosian Sergeant good? Is Mother of Runes bad? Let's take out these mothers, I think. Like technically can protect a creature from a Pyroclasm or whatever, but I don't think is this what I want to do? I have no clue. I have no clue how to sideboard with this deck. Let's up our curve against the Sphere of Resistance deck. All right, here we go. I'll be on the play. Tribe, Deep Analysis, Seal, Ray, keep. This hand's actually good in this matchup, I think. They mulligan to 6, which you love to see. In a perfect world, if they don't turn 1 Sphere us, I'd just like to go Tribe into Seal and then play our game. Just getting that Seal resolved. Seems good. Plains, tap, Tribe, pass. Forest, sure. Just a forest? Great. Untap, draw for turn. I could flashback deep right now, actually. Is that a little bit better? Don't show them the seal immediately? I think so. Let's go Flooded Strand, crack it, go get my island. Island, tap, pitch, deep analysis. Let's get our rebate right now. Cast, target me. Cool, go to combat, Call the Herd, not bad. Attack. We've got Ray, we've got Seal, we've got answers to Sylvan Library, we've got answers to Oath of Druid, so we're not sweating those things. Mox Diamond's like, fine, who cares? Factory, sure. We got a Vor, I've got an answer to like everything they can do this turn. Yeah, Karst is fine. All right, pass to me. Are we blowing up that Mox Diamond? I think we might be. Yeah, why not? Let's go Windswept Heath. Let's fetch for our green source. No, a white source. It has to be a white source. Tap for 1, 2. Let's play the Seal of Cleansing. And I'm gonna pop it right now. Go to combat, attack, and then you can go. We should import, sure. Glad the City of Brass is in my hand. Call the Herd, yep, you got it. I think I'm gonna meet their call with a call, which Forest is great for. Forest, 1, 2, 3, call, go. They're at 3 in hand. If they have a land, and they do, this deck plays like 30 mana sources. They should just flashback Call the Herd. 1, 2, 3. No, they got another Call the Herd in hand. Okay, sure. Wanna attack? I'll block. Blocks. Take it. I'll take my attrition where I can get it. Keeping them off having double green is a pretty good play. Yeah, I agree. Unstep, untap, draw. All right, cool. Adarkar Wastes. We're gonna commit to the meme of trying to grind them down in this game state where I've got land drops and they don't. So here's another elephant token. Now they've got 2 in the bin, so I'm eventually gonna fall behind that, but I've also got the swords. They've missed a land drop, but like their most likely draw for the foreseeable future is land. That Sylvan Library is not a problem because we sideboarded correctly. They're gonna attack you or not. Am I gonna attack you? Probably. I draw Tireless Tribe. Let's go white, green, Ray, that. No, thank you. Go to combat, attack you with a 3/3. Wanna trade? They do. Great, good. And then land, go. Don't think I'm playing out this second Tireless Tribe. I don't know what it does for us. might be better as material for this Tireless Tribe if we need it. A little bit of a flashback, the Call of the Herd. All right, untap, take a draw. Flooded Strand, we are flooding out, which is not great. Now do we just play this? No, I still think we don't play the Tireless Tribe. We'll just pass and see what they do. If they just attack with the elephant, we'll probably supposed to swords it. Or do we just take the first 3? Isn't it better to keep some lands in hand for the tribe? That's why we're keeping the City of Brass in play, because they've got Rishan and Port. I am just gonna swords to Plowshares this elephant now. Them drawing 2 elephants, pretty good. They're probably gonna cast this second one. So this means, what is the thing we're really looking for now? Like Phanta-Tog into Parallax Tide, as usual. Battle Screech, I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Battle Screech, they don't have red yet. Oop, that won't work. White mana. Battle Screech. Battle Screech. 1, 2, 3. Please don't rip Red Source and Pyroclasm me, I guess. Pass turn. They're waking up the factory. That's not good for us. Just like attack for 6. I think we're just like gonna take this first 6. We're not currently lined up with great blocks, but once we untap, we can actually have some pretty sick blocks. So we'll take, they don't even pump. That's weird. I probably would have pumped. All right, another Tireless Tribe. We are drawing Say It With Me, the wrong half of our deck. We're gonna play a second Tireless Tribe this time around. Give ourselves some blocking equity. Like double blocking with Tribe seems fine. I don't think I want to attack here. What do our blocks look like? Let's figure out if we can attack. They've got double factory. What's the over under on just using these birds to like stop them from ever attacking with factories? I think pretty high, right? They don't pump to have a blocker in case about face, I think. Oh, you think they're playing around the card we don't have? That could be. That could be. Pass. There's a chance I was supposed to attack with like 1 to 2 birds there, but my brain ain't working at that level right now. For third factory. Cool. All right, they're just gonna pass. Sure, untap draw. Heater. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. All right, let's get busy for 4 in the air. That Hibernation's actually like gas. Attack you. All right, pass to you. What they probably do is like wake up 2 of their factories, and then I can like try to take one of them out with my tribes. Although they can just like use another factory to pump, so maybe that's not a thing. But I'm not doing anything with the City of Brass anyway, so I'm happy to pitch it to a tribe. All right, factories are awake. All right, we're gonna open up on Hibernation. Get that elephant out of here. And I think we're double blocking anyway. Maybe I should have held a bird back, huh? I think we're double blocking anyway to force the pump on the thing that's not hitting me in the face right now. All right, you pump, I pump. Goodbye, City of Brass. I would just love a Parallax Tide right now. All right, my turn. We're kind of back in this weird game state where they have cards and I don't. That's actually the biggest problem. They just got like gas and I do not have gas. They've still got 3 factories. They can only attack with 2. Even if they draw the land, they full swing with factories. I can just like strip mine them twice. I think we're just gonna like play Treva's Runes, trigger it, bounce an Adarkar Wastes, and hold that Adarkar Wastes for the tribe. And we're gonna like attack with a bird. Let me see, they can attack with 1, pump it twice, I can take it out. Yeah, we'll attack with a bird, and then we will pass the turn. I think the second we see a red source, we're just like dead. Our draws have been like particularly abysmal as well, which isn't great. You know what a gas draw would be right now, actually? Ramosian Sergeant. If I could like draw Ramosian Sergeant, I don't know how I lose this game unless they Pyroclasm us. Ramosian Sergeant goes to get like Ramosian Sergeant, gets Whipcorder. There's a red source. I think we're dead now. Why do we tank on that? Just like cast your Pyroclasm. Yep, pitch, Adarkar Wastes, resolves. It's awake. Declare attacks, sure. Go to blocks. They probably had that for a while but couldn't cast it since you took out the Mox Diamond earlier on. Yes, no, we knew they had the Pyroclasm. That was not a question. They probably had 2 in their main and went up to 4 post board. The question was, could they find red source? Shame that I can't cast and flash this back. 1, 2, 3. Call of the Herd. Pass the turn. Gross. I wonder what the over under was on us supposed to cast, if we were supposed to cast the Tireless Tribe. I was thinking of them with like 1 factory and we can take it out. If they get in with 2 factories, it's gonna trade with my elephant, which is not great. We're also entering like they earthquake us for lethal territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this earthquake for lethal? Okay, cool. Good games, opponent. All right, I think that match is probably abysmal. Okay, that's all I'm gonna have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm excited to play this in paper. I think at least one of those matchups, potentially 2, were pretty bad for us. Also, I want to change some stuff pretty bad. The lack of Parallax Wave in the sideboard is very confusing to me. Also, I kind of want to go up a Phantatog and up lands. Like, I think I want to almost low scoop this deck and bring everything up into the mid range. Maybe even play Mox Diamond. I don't know. We're probably going to play this list tomorrow in paper. Why didn't you use the flashback of Ray of Revelation on Mox? Ray of Revelation does not destroy artifacts. That's why. That's the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to be playing some more Phantatog in paper later, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you next time.